morning, happy Tuesday. We continue on in this chilly, Christmassy, wintry season. I have two readings for us today. The first one is you are your own guru. We throw that word around a lot, almost too loosely in our culture, because it actually has a lot of meaning. If you were Hindu, if you studied, I'm trying to think, well, traditional philosophy of yoga, you would take that word a lot more seriously. I hope it's not insulting. The Sanskrit word guru means a teacher. Anything and everything can be a teacher. If we let it, the blade of grass that pushes its way through a crack in the sidewalk shows us that tenacity and determination pays off. A person who guides us academically in life, also teaching us facts and skills. Our friends and family are also our teachers, as are our strangers and acquaintances, whether or not we will let these life lessons notice what they offer. And my teacher used to always say, every injury is worth 1,000 lessons. So you can find a teaching moment in pretty much anything. I remember at the beginning of university, we learned this, that the kanji for tragedy in Japanese, in the center is the symbol for opportunity, if you look for it. There are a few sex crimes and things like that where I cannot find any lesson in them whatsoever, and I don't even want to try. But for the most part, we have to deal with how things are thrown at us in life. Why not find a lesson from it? As we move through our days, there are indefinite lessons that we can learn and an infinite number of people and teachings that will teach us. In the end, we need to gather gifts throughout and choose from these experiences in order to be our own best teachers and our own guru. So waiting for a sign externally doesn't always happen. Sometimes it's the simplest thing right in front of you. And then today's final reading is Let It Be. Pwaha. Shwaha. So S-W-A-H-A-S-H-A. That is a word that's used in Sanskrit. Sometimes we need to recognize that when something is blocking us in our lives, release it. It could be a thought that doesn't serve us, or a grudge, or a nagging anxiety, or a situation that we cannot change. To let it go, we chant the mantra Shwaha, Shwaha, Swaha, a Sanskrit term that means let it be, let it be, or let it burn. Letting go of habits, ideas, or relationships that no longer serve us is one of the greatest challenges we face on a daily basis. And that's where you can link in and find the lesson from why you can't let it go or what would happen if you did let it go. Take a deep breath, soften, and say Swaha, 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 S-W-A-H-A. I like that. It's very simple, and maybe it's something that you're going to need to repeat to yourself quietly. If you're in line, you're in stubborn traffic, find a way to let it go so that it's not burdening you. Okay, I thought we would continue doing these poses today. I like doing this because you get a variety, we get out of our rut. I know some of you have told me how much you really enjoy this. And even when I do it with corporate retreats, everybody seems to like it. So let's pull out our colors. And again, the colors don't seem to really make a huge difference. Green, blue, red. Okay. We got green. Upward facing dog. I'm a super fan of up dog. We're not going to come to that right away. We want to do some floor work. But knowing that there's going to be some back bends in the tricks, I want to make sure that I'm working with the spine. So coming into constructive rest, knees are bent, arms by your side. So think about your spine in like 3 sections. We have the lower back, mid back, and behind the heart, the upper back. We want to work on how can I isolate those. So let's take 5 breaths here, relaxing the back to the floor as much as possible. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale. Inhale 4. Exhale. And inhale 5. Exhale. Engage your core, and now think about not just the whole core, but can you isolate the lower belly, the abdomen, which often I have to also engage my glutes and lift up only that part of the body, but keeping mid back and upper back down, and then release down. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Engage the glutes, engage the lower abdomen, and lifting only the pelvis, keeping the mid back and lower and upper back down. Release, soften. And one more time, engage the glutes, only the abdomen, so only the weight of your butt lifts. Mid back and upper back stays down, and lower all the way down. Windshield wiper, side to side with nice wide legs. Now can we go a little higher in our awareness and what we're gonna lift? So coming back to constructive rest, feet are root, engage the glutes. Now you're lifting hips and lower back off the floor, and even a little more, maybe you're keeping only the place behind the heart. Engage the glutes, your body's one long line, and lower all the way back down. Soften. You can even bring the legs really close together, thighs press into each other. So engage, root to rise, and you're keeping the place behind the heart on the floor. Squeeze, 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 and exhale down. Soften. And we'll do one more. Squeezing everything to center, keeping the place behind the heart on the floor, so this isn't your highest bridge, and lower back down. Walk your feet wide, and windshield wiper. Back to center. Okay, now here's our full bridge. It's going to take a lot of thought because we want to take the spine, except for just behind the neck, all the way off the floor. Feet root, squeeze to center, maybe even roll your shoulders under, and you're lifting as much of the back off the floor. I'm just kind of behind the top of my shoulders on the floor, and lower back down. 2 more times. Inhale up, engage, exhale down 1 vertebrae at a time. Release, and 1 more time. Feet root, hips rise. Exhale down, walk the feet wide, windshield wiper. Soles together, knees wide, and let's just chill here for a moment. 3 breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Big breath in, big breath out. Close the knees. Let's bring our thighs into our chest, rocking side to side, little bow. Knees come to the floor on the left, right arm opens to soft 45 or T. Let's rock our head a little side to side, double leg spinal twist. And then coming back to center, little bow. Knees to the floor on the right, left arm opens to a T or soft 45. Back to center, a little boat, or make some circles. Right leg in, left foot in the air, flex for a moment, and that's pressing the whole spine into the floor. Slowly lower that left leg, flexing the whole way down, waking up that quad. 2 breaths in single leg wind relieving pose. Finally, left hand takes right knee over, single leg spinal twist. Center, little bow. Let's take our left leg in, right foot in the air, flex, and slowly lower. Drawing that left thigh in for a moment. 3 breaths. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale, right hand's going to take left leg over. Single leg spinal twist. Back to center. Little boat or egg beaters. So for these egg beaters, I want you to come to stillness and open your knees as wide as you can. You can either hold the knees or press the inner knees. And then coming to the setup for happy baby, hands behind the thighs, pause here. And then option to come into full happy baby if you can reach. Stillness or rocking side to side. Soles together, pause. And then feet to the mat, knees wide, arms in cactus. Close the legs. Let's take our feet in the air and point and flex a few times. Roll out the ankles. Wave at the ceiling by articulating your toes. We're going to keep right leg in the air, slowly lower left leg. Give some love to this right calf. Strap to the ball of the right foot. And you might try to bring that shin to your face, stretching the hamstring, or you might stir the leg. Both straps to the right hand, take that leg to the side, left arm to a T. Back in the air, strap in the left hand, take it across the midline, or can you take it all the way over? Back up and release. Little bump. Feet in the air once more. Point and flex. Right leg's gonna lower. Start to stir that leg. Maybe bring the shin towards you. Both straps come into the left hand and we open out to the side. Single leg, hand to toe, reclining hand to toe. Back to the sky, strap in the right hand, across the midline. Back to center and get rid of the strap. Little boat. And I do want to do our thread the needle. So right foot's going to flex onto left knee. Oh, and draw that towards you. And then shake it out, other side. Right foot lands, left foot flexes onto that right knee. Draw it towards you with the flexed foot. Shake it out, and we want to do shoelace. Right over left, and attempting to grab opposite ankles or flex feet. Shake it out, other side. Right over left, left over right, flex. And shake it out. I'm going to roll onto my side and come all the way up. Do a quick sun salutation. We want to make sure our body is capable of some of these pieces we're going to be doing. And what I like about the sun salutation, I always explain it's a way to give your body like a WD-40 for the joints. Stretching out. Let's do a little flowy cat-cow. So I'm going to take my hands far, tuck the toes, so looking forward, that's your cow. Cat is chin to chest, pelvis and chest move forward between those arms, looking up, untuck the feet, cow. Cat, press back, look forward, cow. Cow, cat, cat, cow. You're going to find your own flow. And then coming back to tabletop, we want to do some regular cat-cows because we talked about spine health earlier. Toes are tucked, hands are under your, actually I'll do it on the diagonal. So toes are tucked, my butt is in the air currently. I look up, there's my mini cow. Engage the core, look between the knees, cat. The more I push the floor away, I'm stretching that space behind the heart. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Coming to neutral. Tuck your toes and let's walk into a forward fold. Knees are bent. Arms to the side. Rise all the way up. Exhale, fold, swan dive. Half back, lower. Sleeping cobra, baby cobra. Downward dog. Right foot forward, left foot back. Rise. Hands release, feet together, fold. Rise, heart center. Keep it going. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Half back, lower. Sleeping cobra. Baby cobra. Downward dog. Pedaling. Left foot forward, right foot back. Rise. Hands release. Feet together, fold. Rise, heart center. Keep it going. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Half back. Lower. Sleeping cobra. Downward dog. Right foot forward. Left foot back. Rise. Hands release. Feet together, fold. Rise, heart center. One last one. Let's do this. Whew. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Half back, plant, lower. Sleeping cobra, baby cobra, up dog. Down dog. Left foot forward. Rise. Sorry, my ornaments are slipping. Hands release. Feet together, fold. Rise, heart center. We're going to come to seated for a moment and take a few breaths, bringing it all down. Now I know I would say you guys are divided. Half like the fast sun salutations and the heat it creates, and half don't like it. You like it slow and chill. So this is your practice, and you know you're going to go however you want. So, got green again. Child's pose. Yeah. So in child's pose, what's funny is in this diagram, she automatically goes into extended child's pose, which tends to be my default. Option also is to stack your fists, bring your forehead down, extended, arms behind you, or a block under your forehead. And you might find one feels better in your body than the other. It also depends on the day. So child's pose is a resting pose. The premise being that you're back into the shape that you were inside your mother's body. Blue, as I knock these all over. Oh, reclining hero. I don't believe that most people's knees want to do this, but I will set it up. I do think if you want to do this pose, it's very, I know some of you really enjoy thigh stretches, quad stretch, and also it's huge opening in the front body. I feel like it's almost the opposite of child's pose. So a nice way that you could access it, I'm going to take this bolster. If we're to have it on the lowest level, my feet behind here, I'm still too tight to go back there. So a supported version, I'm going to show you this version. Stack blocks. Maybe I'll even take that a little higher. Ha! Super high. Maybe that's too high. So coming into hero. Oh my gosh. This is how tight I am today. Even this is too far. So guess what I'm going to do instead? Knees together, hands behind you. Chest puffs up. So it's almost like a folded variation of camel. Head in line with the spine, looking at the ceiling. Push the floor away to continue to open that chest. Shoulder blades come together. And then come on out. Some of you I know may want to go all the way down onto that. I know my teenager students, that is effortless for them. I used to crank into that. And then as you age, you become aware of what repetitive things on joints could cause. So my fear of hurting my knee again is really the issue. Green again. Boat. Okay. And boat is not the only way to encourage core strength. So I'm going to bend my knees, shift back, soft point, flex, which I like better. Option to stay supported. And how long could you stay like this? And I'm going to show you sideways. How long could I stay like this? Option to take those hands away. So now it's in my head. Option to come into full boat. You decide what your body is craving. Sometimes you need that heat, that burst of core strength. We'll do again. Bridge. So we did bridge at the beginning. And you have a choice. You can muscle your way into it, hands interlaced underneath. I'm going to give myself the gift of supported bridge. So I'm using 2 blocks or 1 block on its side. Arms by my side, palms turned up, or cactus, or arms behind you, but let's keep it simple. And let's take 3 breaths. Inhale 1. Exhale, option to slide your legs and keep the heels on the mat. I don't love them, my lower back. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale. Inhale 4. Exhale to come out. I'm going to lift my bum a little higher, pull those blocks out. Lower the bum down, and now bring knees to chest, little boat. And come all the way back up. So bridge is something that is really good for the lower back. So if you have a seated job, it helps engage the core, brings blood flow to the spine. Should be a daily practice. Blue. Again. Oh goody. Plank. So in this photo, just like if you were to take plank in gym class as a kid, for some reason they automatically default to this on your forearms. I like to start in high plank, palm up, and then if you're tired, you can come into dog, plank, dog, plank. If you would prefer to do, I would rather come into Sphinx arms, step back, low plank or half plank and looking forward. There's a theory that a plank or actually a half plank is like having a gym, full gym in one pose. If you were stranded on an island, you would need that. Red. Oh, revolved triangle, one of my favorites. So we'll do it first without a block and then we'll try it with a block. It's actually safer with a block. So coming into standing, right foot forward, both feet are facing forward, left is the back. Normally I would come into triangle this way, but in this case, you're revolving the arms, and this time left comes inside right, right arm opens to a T, up to a stack. I'm going to take the block inside that right foot, open, and stack. One side. Let's do the other side. And you may have one side that's much tighter than the other. Left foot forward, right foot back. I'm going to take that block on the inside. So you're starting with warrior 2 arms, pivot, right arm inside, left arm up in the sky. Very nice. And it depends on your shoulder or chest mobility, quite often what your daily job is. Blue, butterfly. Also, we call it as bound angle and cobbler. Taking the soles together, and you're pulling them as close to the heels, as close to your pubic bone as possible. Let's take 5 breaths here. I don't have to go any further. I'm either binding on the feet and pressing the knees towards the earth, or I'm holding my ankles as my sweater gets up lower. Sitting up straight, chest forward, shoulders back. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. And inhale, 3. Exhale. Inhale, 4. Exhale. An option to bend, attempting to forward fold here, and our actual anatomy and tightness is in the way. Shake out those ankles. Red. Extended side angle. I love this pose. I feel like it's easier on the joints than the triangle or Tukkonasana series. So you're going to come up to standing, right foot forward, left foot back, so the left is parallel to the short part of the mat. Bend that right knee. I like to bring my forearm onto this thigh, left arm open and stack. Option to stay here, or take bicep over my ear, palm down, or head to the base of the skull. I'm going to roll the shoulder and the elbow back, looking at the ceiling. Option to try to bind it to my right thigh, looking up. Option to come inside this right leg, still bent, open and stack. And we'll do the other side. Left arm's on left thigh, right arm's in the sky, and I'm either forming one line, or open, or binding to my left thigh, or coming inside the left. Very nice. And come on out. Always welcome to do a squat in between. We have time for a few more poses. Red again. Warrior 1. It's funny. I'm okay with warrior, but I know a lot of you would love to do the warriors a lot more often. Coming into mountain, right foot forward, left heel lifts. Both feet are facing forward. Arms up beside, bicep beside the ear. So this is traditional warrior. Quite often in North American classes, that foot is tacked down, which I don't love. It puts some pressure on the hips, and you're still turning the body forward. I don't love that version. So let's come back to my favorite version. Then to come out, I'm going to pivot back to both feet facing forward. Left foot turns, right heel lifts. And I can either here, you can always add a little back bend if you like, depending on what your body is craving. Blue. Reverse prayer. I think we did that yesterday. So what we're going to do, I'm going to have you do a little wrist stretch before we do this. So pretend you're turning the 2 dials on an old-fashioned radio. Turn, and the hands are facing towards me, towards my thighs. Oh, just getting the palms down is quite a forearm stretch. Option to keep those hands and bigger pads rooted down and press back. Do you feel that in here? Especially if you are like me and you do too much social media. And shake it out. Other variation is this version or this version. And I'm going to come onto my knees, hands behind me, and either you're grabbing your hands or attempting to line up your finger pads, and it's a prayer hand behind you. Very nice. Awesome. And shake it out. Could you find comfort and ease in meditating some of these poses 4 or 5 minutes with a timer set on your phone? It's something to think about. Today we're doing Life Loves You. I welcome miracles into my life. I like this. Because a miracle, if you think of it biblically, it has to be this huge thing turning, water into wine. But some days miracles are simpler than that. Maybe they are not the Big Bang miracle. Maybe you didn't yell at your kid for doing something, or you were able to pay the bills you didn't think you would. So I welcome miracles into my life. Be open to miracles today. You will experience a miracle each time you decide to let life love you a little bit more than before. So maybe look for a miracle that's not typical or conventional. Thank you so much for your effort. The good in me sees the good in you. Namaste.